Hey everybody, it is Friday and I felt like filming today, but I didn't feel like that until afternoon recess. So I didn't get any filming done during the day. So the day is totally over. In fact, it is almost 6 o'clock p.m. and I'm about ready to go home. But I did two cool things today that I want to tell you about and avoided one major catastrophe, which I also want to tell you about. So stay tuned for awesomeness. So on Friday afternoons is when I prep everything for the next week. I get everything written on our focus wall, I grade everything, I prepare a bunch of stuff for the centers that we're going to do, all sorts of crazy hoopla. So that's what I mostly spend my time doing on Fridays. And I thought I'd take you along with me for just a second, and then I will tell you about the cool things that I did today. Grading homework and just came across this gem. It asked, what is the value of the 6 and 645? Like it's asking that this is in the hundreds place, so it should be 600. But the student let us know that you could buy 645 toys at the dollar store. So the value of this is really how many dollar store toys you can get. Okay, I have another excellent gem for you. So I'm sitting here grading homework and everything else under the sun. And one of our projects this week was to write a letter to me. And so I had the students go back and add some details to it today. Anyway, the letter I'm currently reading is all about the student's pet dog and it ends with this sentence: I think my dog is a bold eagle. I'm pretty sure her dog is a beagle. But you could have a bold eagle dog. Anyway, I'm going to keep reading the letters. I was just going to go over and show you what I did on my schedule, but I realized I've already switched the schedule to Monday, which is very good of me, but makes it difficult to show you what I did. Also, disclaimer, I went to a concert last night, so I have once again lost my voice. I feel like we should probably just change this channel to The Teacher Without a Voice, because that's like literally me every time I film, but it's fine. Okay, so this week and last week, our literacy curriculum have been talking about families from around the world and how they are the same and different. So one of the things that I like to do is I send home a survey with the kids where they get information about where their family is originally from, like their ancestors, what languages they speak, and what cool traditions that they have. They bring them back and we share them. Well, today, as I was coming to school thinking about the fact that we would have to sit for who knows how long listening to small children talk about their families and not be able to read what they wrote, I was like, there's got to be a better way to make this a little bit more interactive for the kids. So I decided that we would make patchwork quilts. So what we did is I gave each student a square that looked like this, and every time someone said something that was not what they do, something that was different, a difference, they colored in a square. And if something somebody said was something the same as them, then they would just leave a square white. So we ended up with people who have very many differences and regular amounts. And we have some kids who didn't color in a whole lot, and that's totally okay. My plan is to then attach these squares together in kind of like a bulletin board style with the heading, our differences add color to our life, or something like that. Basically just to highlight the fact that we are different, but our differences are good, and we like that we are different because it makes life more interesting. So that was an on-the-fly idea that I came up with. Basically, I explained it to them. Just pick a square. If they say something that's the same color, if they say something that's different, wait, the other way around. If they say something different color, if they say the same, leave a blank and then pick a new square. So they just sat and colored while I read the surveys, and the kids who brought them came up and added in additional information. And we had a lot of fun with it. It took forever. We didn't even take our spelling test today because it took forever, but that's okay. It was awesome. Here's the final product of our patchwork quilt, which was really hard to hang because I can only reach up to about that row. That's why that's off center. I also had one odd extra square, so I just stuck it on there because it's good enough, you know? But it turned out really cool. The entire video is just going to be me sitting in this chair talking to you. I'm already sorry for everything. The other awesome thing that I did is Fun Friday today. We built place value towers. If you've never done this before, it is an excellent activity during your place value unit. Basically, you take out all of your place value blocks, tell the kids how many they can have. My sheet that I use is that they can have 25, and tell them to build the tallest tower they possibly can. And if you are good and make them do the worksheet, you have them calculate the value of their tower at the end. Because it was Fun Friday, I kind of just let them build with them and listened to them have conversations about the value, which was really cool. So I just had a classroom full of kids building towers out of blue place value blocks. We had some pretty incredible structures and a lot of really good conversation about, oh, I could switch this hundreds block out for tens blocks. Even though they just could have 25 blocks, not a value of 25, they were like understanding the process of switching the blocks out and what their value was. So it was really cool to just watch them play with math manipulatives, but get a lot out of it. For your sake, I've decided to walk to a different place in the classroom to record this last little snippet. Major catastrophe was averted this week. So I've mentioned this multiple times before, but our master schedule changed drastically at the beginning of this year, and we've been kind of just trying to figure out what that looks like and how that works for us and our students. So we are 18 days into school now, and I'm starting to get a picture of how long they can sit for, how long I can teach for, when we need breaks and things like that. So we've decided to shake up our schedule a little bit, and in that shakeup, I was really worried that this guided reading board that I had spent hours on was going to become obsolete. Luckily, this morning, as I looked through and finagled the schedule, I realized I can, in fact, make this work as long as I just change Friday to Thursday, and that is a very simple fix. And I can't even begin to tell you the amount of stress that relieved in my life to know that I don't have to change that entire board, because there was almost tears shed over that, the stress that it was inducing. So I'm just really grateful that I don't have to switch it up, and that even though my schedule's changing, we can still make it work. One of the things that I am changing in my schedule is doing a HIIT workout. A HIIT workout is a high intensity training workout. We're doing it for 5 minutes. The idea being that kids need physical activity in the classroom, and that kind of intense physical activity produces endorphins, which helps them with their stress management, which in turn allows them to perform better in school. So we've done it for 2 days now. I created a PowerPoint with the slides timed and music on it that walks us through the different little activities that we do and pauses for 15 seconds of rest. So it's 45 seconds of activity, 15 of rest for 5 minutes. We do it on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. It's just a little 5-minute workout thing. And I'm already seeing that as soon as it's done, they can sit quietly for a lot longer than they can when I wasn't doing it as a break in our really long afternoon span. So I'll keep you updated how that's working, but so far, so good. Okay, my voice is getting so bad that I feel like I can't talk, like it's painful at this point, so I'm calling it. And besides the fact that it's 6:00 p.m. on a Friday, I am going to go home and live my lovely weekend life, which includes a decent to-do list for school, because I've been really busy every night this week. And yeah, #teacher tired. So got things to do. But I'm going to go home now. Thanks for sticking with me for this incredibly boring informational. I feel like this was like a news broadcast. Sorry, sometimes that's all I got for you. Just wanted to share my exciting things that I've been doing. And that's all. So don't forget to subscribe. I will see you next time. See ya.